share this video. Share this video. Share this video. Share this video. The other girl. Share this video. Share this video. Click on like and love. The other go. Click on like and love. Fabian Shika, I greet you. Dalo ezigbo mmadụ. Dalo. The more I try to stop, the more I find reasons to continue hitting harder. Yes. The more I try to stop, so the more I try to stop, the more I find reasons to continue. Because now a lot of women they all feel angered. They are angry at this particular injustice. So I found out that it's not as if now the matter was just within my hand alone. Because people were still thinking that this is a joke. On the level at which a lot of people are carrying this matter. You will not, and for some of you, then I'll be able on I greet you. Happy New Year, my brother. You want to go? From then I'll be at the comment section. I'll be a corner. In a column where you. Mandeli easy voice note to Mbe James na Ifeanyi na Anog. Mbe James na Ifeanyi na Ewogu. You want to go? Yes. If also James nyaku mba I understand the and if I mad na abu na Ewogu. So they can say anything about each other. But I am still making it clear to you people again that this is no more about Ebuba Anedo, James Louis Okoye. This is no more about Ebuba Anedo. It is no more about James Louis. God will just use Ebuba Anedo to pass the message. Amaka Mother, I greet you. God will just use Ebuba Anedo to pass the message. He is only but a messenger. A whole number of many Catholic faithfuls contributed, including the late Senator Ifeanyi Ubah. What you people made it look like, it is not just all about Ifeanyi Ubah, it is about other people also who contributed. So understand them that this message now is no more about Ebuba Anedo. Ebuba Anedo is only but one messenger. Ebuba Anedo is only but one messenger. Chinyergo Frederick, I greet you. It's only but one messenger. It's carrying these messages now. A lot of people, many people, Fodu Munayo, Mande no Budoyo, Mande no Nebao, Mande no na different field of life. They are all aggrieved. It has nothing to do with James. So the damage control by Edasho, Kunu Weputa, Ife Ebuba Anedo Kugasare Maka, Ifeanyi Ubah, Ewepute, Go Wolonya, James Fuzie, Ife Oyeku, no Oyekuye, Ono Joso Chok, Ono do petty. You got to go? Yeah? Ono Joso Chok, Ono do petty. So that's the very at all. Agwono na Ifeanyi elu like this on ayekwe onu che no just ife ya wopota apiwo yozugbo na kpuo It has nothing to do with James. In fact, the thing Agafe go James since James cannot even stop it now. James can only speak for himself now. He cannot speak for the many other people who received and catch the message. Now, before that dedication, I got a lot of concern from people, but I told them, no, I'm not going to say anything because now Amahu Uche Onyenyama. Because only in a watching na live when I na WhatsApp, it just shock interrupt your program because phone I can make programmer. I cannot answer the call until I may finish a programmer. You gotta go. You see? So at this particular point, Ebubane Edo as an instrument God do use where me message ya ka oga ebo suppose rega alocha no oluchukwu ji ewelo. So also kunu me ye chini no puta ka apologize ya to the night, apologize ya to bishop, apologize ya to the Catholic diocese and kind business on. You want to go? The deed has been done. You want to go? He has been used as an instrument and the uppers go the message ga. So no cho mebe no loko mebe no meeting shawano ko no yesi through him we make damage control. The thing Agafe go here. James can no more stop that message because a lot of people ideally shared in that particular message. Now let me shock you. Let us assume that now James na Ifeanyi we problem. Mo na Ifeanyi we problem. Thousands of other Newi and in Anambra and in Ndigbo who feel aggrieved by this injustice. Ha na Ifeanyi we problem. So James na Ifeanyi we problem. Mo na Ifeanyi we problem. Ndozo na Ifeanyi we problem. So why are you people capitalizing on voice note to James and Ifeanyi ji we gbo onwe ha war many how many years ago before Ifeanyi Ubah nwo? How long before Ifeanyi Ubah nwo? E what I go? No, Chinyelugo Frederick, even the poor name and these people have a way of doing this. E what I go? Sometimes Hanada operate shaka as if not caught. And when you get up, Biadongo Bulu, woye into Ijema apology. But my apology for himself. He can no more speak for other people. He has spoken and the message has gone. So he can no longer suppress that message. I am talking to the bishop and so many people. My Lord Bishop, a lot of people are aggrieved. The church suggestion menye nde Catholic no na Newi. It has nothing to do with the makandena say nezugo na fight the Catholic Church. He just na ekulo onwe for nde na eku nezugo na fight the Catholic Church. Agwagongo na Abia na my dictionary. Enwere anything look at denomination of churches na my dictionary. What I know is that we are all Christians. So ina pasiku okay, Catholic, Anglican, Orthodox, Pentecostal, ngomwa na akolo onwe. A lot of people here put asego na ntunde Catholic churches yemife ha. You are still very much behind because in my dictionary the body of Christ is one and we represent one thing. We only have different doctrines. And doctrines, as far as I'm concerned, are they taking mother to heaven? Doctrines will just rules and the limitations. A particular denomination of church city in order to control their people or this, but it is not a criteria for you to make heaven. I want you to know that. So putana say ezugo na fight against the Catholic Church. Then I bang go na egota hifi neku. Because I don't know why you will have problem thinking that ezugo is fighting the Catholic Church, but you don't have problem with Matthias Nando to indesade no kayana. Haso na Catholic yana, haso na Anglican yana, haso na Pentecostals yana. If I have no kayana, if I have na Christianity is a scam. You pretend that you will Aradite, machine tego, ishole enwe. Are you claiming that you have never heard of those people who You have never heard of the preaching of He Heard the Light of Africa. You have never heard about the teachings of Mazidibia. You have never heard of the teachings of Shekube Okunwendo. You have never heard of the teaching of Matthias Ezako. You have never heard of the teaching of all these people. You have never heard of their teaching. Also in case you go na fight the Catholic Church. But the people who are constantly launching missiles towards the body of Christ, for you to come and talk to them. But the moment they mention or Catholic Church in particular, so be na comment section mo na choka Chineke kpọgo ọkụ because na Chineke ya kpọrele gị ọkụ onwe ife ya eme na ọkpọgo ọkụ because ife eziokwu wee ju na ihe ekwu eziokwu doctrine bịa onyachie ụbụrụ nyachie sense iji wee mara ife eji eme nsemo Catholic Church this Catholic Church this so ndị Catholic ya eje eluigwe ndị Anglicans ya eje ọkụ mmụọ is that what you are telling me? So ndị Catholic ya eje eluigwe ndị Anglican eje ọkụ mmụọ what we are talking about is the image and the integrity of the church. Arisa travels, and nobody, be you a reverend father, be you Okochukwu, be you an Anglican bishop, be you a Catholic bishop or any level, a knight or whoever, are supposed to na name anything will keep to integrity of the church as a body or undermine the image of the church. Yes. You want to go? I don't know why. During the time I was evangelist Ebukobi, no for the father, Potalo, war agent of darkness. If you are fighting the Catholic Church, you are fighting the Catholic Church, you are fighting the Catholic Church, you are fighting the Catholic Church. Ngwanenezie no maro no osomwa wezugo na ekwu ifa. Pukene je gba atosh. Pukene gba atosh. Je na BBC Igbo. Every day, every how many ifa BBC Igbo are they release update about this particular matter. The other day, Ruben Abatiha, of course, perceive na those are core Catholics. They were on Arise TV talking. Mana all na hand on live. I would have loved you to go to comment section na live. You will see many people. Look at Ezudo, Kelafaya, Uche Nwora. I screen recorded some of the comments. Na comment section Ezudo. If people now, there are even people who were insulting Ezudo. Even those people who hold in high esteem, they were insulting him. Yes, some people were here. No nye neku kita Uche Nwora. No ble Ezudo neku. Because those people are speaking out of their pure emotions as pure Catholics. They thought that the only thing that can be that can be used to measure your integrity and your life as a Christian is Catholic doctrine, which is completely false. So the moment you start living your life based on what is good, what is right, let integrity be integrity. Let what is right be what is right. Not minding the doctrine of your church. That day, living off the doctrine is more like somebody who is living out of emotion and not using their senses. What is right is right. You want to go? What is wrong is wrong. You want to go? So I saw a lot of people, both men who do mature, both people who are intellectuals also. I took time last night to go through the whole comment sections of Uche Nwora. And I laughed. I said, look at somebody like Uche Nwora, people who hold in high esteem. Look at him. He threw himself in because of something he might not do right. But you are trying to cover it. You are trying so much to tell us that young man, he deserves for recognition, he deserves for. But Omekane deserve na ya ba church St. Cletus. Louis Onwubenu deserve na ya ba church ololo St. Louis. Kelafaya. Kelafa nwoke nke ọsọ bụla. Kelafa nwoke nke ọsọ bụla. Udoji, Jerome Udoji. Oya deva. Totana nkai. Okay. Jerome Udoji deserve na ye ni n'ime church ọlụlụ So Jerome Udoji deserve na ye niye n'ime Catholic Church ebe ololo. The same with so many people who contributed one way or the other. Onwe some churches say yafo, Catholic churches say yafo, enwe burial site. Ebe a na eni they contribute immensely to the development of the church. You want to go? Enwe site, burial site, ebe a na eni fa. Those people be ten. Those people are blood individuals. How deserve here? Oh. You want to go? Those people deserve here, but Ifeanyi, for reasons best known to you, they deserve here. I know you do say. I don't know if for the moon na baga. If I want chuku ko lolo. So, Obiora Okonkwo, Mba, Ebuka Onunkwo, His Royal Majesty, Highness, Ebuka Onunkwo, Seahorse Energy, Balunde Bishop Niine Bialo, that church dedication ticket, Haji Webia. Why you hapu kachuku kwa yogwa? Why you announce before the church? People call yaka. Obiora Okonkwo of United Nigerian Airline upgrade the ticket he had to business class. Why na hapu kachuku kwa yogwa? Why you call yaka? And so many other people contribute to here and there to the success of that program. Why na hapu ofa kachuku kwa yogwa? Ana majuga hajuju. Yeah? Why na hapu ofa? Onana nife neku, onwe ya say check your microphone. Somebody dey room, can you people hear me? Yes or no? Somebody dey room, yes or no? Can you people hear me? Yes or no? Onana nife neku, somebody dey room, yes or no? Can you people hear me? Yes or no? Somebody dey room, yes or no? Can you people hear me? Yeah. Adama for comment eba. Cosmas Shumu ifubo dife. Ifubo I am only starting. I am only starting. Too much of everything do bad because ife neku na kogonte nti oko. Owu ife neku kita we fi choro. Owu ife neku kita we fi choro. For photo some of the Zion didn't comment. Even if I talk about Evangelist Ebukobi from today till next 100 years, I can never talk about him enough. How photo fans na like him like him fans make us we dey to. Atama like here. For as long as I say na apata nkedo onye oria mma osisi buniteri epiro isi enu. Even we feel like it. Even if I talk about it for 10 years, it doesn't matter. In fact, any day I don't talk about it, you will remind me, Ezugo, you have not said anything about this. But this is a genuine cause that I am talking about, and you are here telling me that I have spoken about it enough. What do you mean by I have spoken about it enough? Have we not spoken enough about Matthias? Let us leave him now and face other things. I'm telling you. I mean, we started talking about Matthias a long time ago. Have we not spoken about him enough? Eh? We started talking about so many people a long time. Have we not spoken about them enough? So tell me what you mean by I've made my point. Tell me exactly what you mean by too much of everything. Yeah? I want you to tell me. Tell me. If you even believe that what we are talking about here is a genuine cause, what do you mean by too much of it is bad? I can't understand. Because mbidi we feel shorketa more than 200 times. You will always be happy to come live and watch me. In fact, you even tell me Ezugo ride down, Ezugo fire down, Ezugo jisike, Ezugo gabaniru. Mananke like hair. Nkana sogo nti oyi. In fact, you chose the kan neku maka yeku. Ona atu ugo nwuno. the more I try to stop, the more that spirit of Ebechukwu will come again and tell me, Ezugo, continue pushing. What some of you fail to understand is Ifeanyi Ubah before. It has nothing to do with the Catholic Church. It doesn't even have anything to do with Ifeanyi Ubah. It has a lot to do with how many people who will genuinely love Omadu genye Ife to the house of God. Bro Chineke ye jeke bana tabialu Ife n'unoka. Olu amala ni na na alu alu Omadu ye jeke, and for the fact that na Jesus gwọrọ mmadụ iri ọlị ofu onye bịa kene. What I go? No, I need that advice. I don't need that advice. Yes, I don't need that advice. What I go? I don't need that advice. So for the fact that na Jesus gwọrọ mmadụ iri ọrịa otu onye bịa kene, and he referenced on that one person bịa kene. Okunyawo all knowing God. Okay, happy after all. Nimo bi mmadụ niile ọmalụgo ụgwọ ọlụ duru onye. In fact, he knows it all. The teaching niile anyị nwere today wo onyanyere the whole teaching. So why did he reference on that one person? Chigata Abia show appreciation. Since you want to tell me that if email uno cannot cook email yet o nwere ndị akọla aka masielu ha aka ike. When there any special recognition, people were reposting. Maazị Ifeanyi Ubah repost through mgbe recognize P2B. A lot of people repost the moment P2B was recognized by the bishop. Yeah, and you are telling me that you are pretending like you don't know what we are talking about. Asking that judgment will start from the church. This is exactly what they mean by this is exactly what we mean by now. Judgment will start from the church. Tell me his crime. What is his crime? Tell me his crime. I'm saying this. It has gone down in history na the record of Bishop Benson Okoye that under his watch, the highest level of injustice, unless na no katarechi ni Kuriye Cathedral, but as far as that edifice people will never forget. It has gone down in history, unless no make it amen. And how will he make a amen? Cathedral, church, now look a lot of projects. Microfinance Bank on the Catholic way. And will CapCut printing press on the Catholic way. And will so many establishments. Church will, unless na church are not catalog. Let's say this Immaculate Heart or Maria Regina or another thing in the Catholic Church will a name more under St. Patrick or Patrick's this, St. Patrick's that. In commemoration of late Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, then you know that you have put this matter to rest. You will go down in history as the worst bishop. Not going nowhere. I wouldn't Anglican. We used to have something like this. And this is why people will continue to advocate for indigenous bishop. Kenwe State Police, Anambra State, have their own police command. Our people from Anambra State do in charge of our police command. Ashimwe IG of Police Anambra, Commissioner of Police Anambra, Nyawulonya Anambra. That is how people will always talk about indigenous bishop. Yes. How many kweko we bishop wapala no newi kerifa na akpo no newi diocese eba gudu otuko nwere ife a na anu otuko nwere ife a na anu today ewota na ala anyị ndubisi obi nwanna anyị nwoke onye Nnewi gidigidi na ata because o understand na ife owu na o meru na Nnewi aso ya na Nnewi a. Yes, Bishop Ndubisi Obi o understand na any mistake o meru na Nnewi a so ya na Nnewi a na eboke na ebe ogene. Yes, that is it. Na eboke na ebe ogene. Ayeje call umunne akpo egbe. o ye nweriri onye no no ụmụnna ya ọ na-ege n'okwu ịghọtago mana Bishop Okpara mgbe ahụ nwere ike Christmas ruo ori ụnụ na-agala ụnụ na walole adazibe ha jezuoro onwe ya ike ịghọtago so ọ ma na ọlụcha ọlụ ọ na-alụ na walụ ịghọtara so I'm telling you why what people are beginning to raise now. People are beginning to think that now Bishop Benson Okoye was able to sit down and watch this level of injustice because no through from here and other things which I don't want to talk about. Other things which I don't want to talk about. But he can actually put all those matter to rest. You gotta go. Not because Nina make a form of Galadima. There's nothing like a form of Galadima. The stigma will follow you. The stigma will follow you. You gotta go. It will follow you to anywhere you go. Ebo na follow people are na atamurumuru na togaka. They may not say it before you, but higher that atamurumuru now because now within you your conscience man if female odonjo. Man if female odonjo. So you people should begin the process of appreciating that young man. You gotta go. Appreciating that young man. People have alleged so many things on the reason why Ifeanyi Ubah was treated the way he was treated. But I don't want to go into that. I don't want to go into that. For that program, I am moving away from either throwing one accusation on somebody or you gotta go. I'm only sticking to the injustice itself so that they can have an ability to redress what they have done. We don't need to start alleging Nanda Kuna, Ifeanyi Ubah Bishop Nka, you gotta go people influence, you know, that kind of thing. We don't want to start going into that. But we need to say it the way it is. And if you think the matter is going to rest, even if Ezugo decide to close my mouth, a lot of people are also talking. Go to different platforms. People are talking. For the former bishop, for picture Ifeanyi Ubah, the world bidokwa celebrate Ifeanyi Ubah for the second time. You want to go? The world bidokwa celebrate Ifeanyi odokwa zeke Ifeanyi nwulu ejecha na ala uke odokwa zeke Ifeanyi nwulu yesterday because of one injustice. Too many. Too many. Ifeanyi Ubah just a block walk. What do you call a block walk? That thing? A block walk? That magnificent building there? A block walk? If that is a block walk, my dear, I don't understand. I'm quoting people who quoted what the bishop said. So he must amend this injustice. Otherwise, we will never forget. Even the people here, even the people gonna hire no say happen down they will still go back. Oh no, na Catholic church say mba na ndeluru church na ngo Ifeanyi. Are you examples of where those people have been appreciated? So you cannot tell us na Catholic church may praise singing. Na Catholic church na if only email na church na email between you and your God. But I no funde I no fear na nya. Yeah, the highest of it all. In fact, when I was talking about enwelu burial site na that cathedral, o nweburu nke Ifeanyi Ubah lụrụ na underground ebe aya dey in the bishop na ndị niile ndị ụkọchukwu na ndị contribute one way or the other to ije ọrụ ịrụ ọrụ chukwu achọ ka enyi ha n'ụlọ ụka o bụ ụzọ lụọ ini ha underground mecha ọdụnka church ebugharịrị ebe ahụ mezie ebe ahụ wuru obere chapel ha bupụtakwazie that graveyard outside because na ndị fada eniri ụbọchị eniri ha outside ife ebe ini ha dị so ọdụnka church segharịkwazirie bupụtakwazie outside. So now before akwa Ifeanyi Ubah, I was talking about why na bishop ayi ekwe ka enie Ifeanyi Ubah n'ụlọ ụka. I was thinking na na-ekwu alụọ honestly because my program and asị nsọ doctrine ntụ ndị Catholic si eme ife aka ilu ụfọdụ na-agba ka ụkpaka ife aka ilu ụfọdụ nọ na-agba ka ụkpaka. Little did I know that it can actually happen, because in Jerome Udoji is an example that somebody who is not a reverend father, somebody who is not a bishop, but because of his contribution to the church, that person can actually be buried inside the church premises. I'm not not possible. I was only saying then. Now, Jerome Udoji, now, Ozobolo was buried inside St. Michael's Ozobolo. I go single graveyard there. Yet Jerome Udoji will a very big compound. Now. Magonyo, Oscar Udoji Nwenwokodogu. Mana any year, name St. Michael's. Just to show appreciation to this man for his commitment in making St. Michael's a forward today. Ifuche eziokwu ebia na-ekwu eri ifuche eziokwu ọ na church nwere ike ikugide aka kụọ aka for ebe 1 minute kwata maka na ịnọsi butelu ịnọsi n'ike nga na abụ. All thanks to him. Akụọlụ Obiora Okonkwo ịmụkwa na akpọgidoro afa onye akpọrọ akpọ ife omelu akụ aka onye akpọrọ akpọ ife omelu akụ aka ndị gba tiketi ndị mere ife niile appreciation church ya na-ama aka. Mana nwoke wonyawo an idea biara for that masterpiece ono no ona afu he word of ikpo ka akọrọ ya aka ya ifukolu o nwere ife ndị mmadụ na oge emelu that induction ceremony. The present Bishop Benson Okoye did everything possible in that church. Imagine a wake from beginning to end. You couldn't even mention the name of the man. Yeah? Also, Ezugo, if your father is Ifeanyi Ubah, will you allow him to be buried in the church? Not his. Yes, of course. What do you mean by if my father is Ifeanyi Ubah? Yeah? What do you mean by if my father is Ifeanyi Ubah? Kanondike. Emma Hobos in Jeme video na ini Kanondike. Afamo Udike. Our son and Udike. Kanondike. Yes. One nya Kanondike na my dad wofu no funna. Na Kanondike whether the first Okochukwu or the second Okochukwu. I think he was the first Nuruago or so, then the second then Newi or so. Either no nyangwa the first Okochukwu Uruago aya producer, and either the second then Newi. Munye Unyao, the founder of Mothers Union, na Newi Diocese. Munye the founder of Mothers Union, na Newi Diocese. Mgbe papa nwolo akwara papa na 1990 akwara papa na 1991 or 1992. Eniri papa na azu cathedral eba. Na azu cathedral St. Mary's Pro Cathedral. Mgbe St. Mary's Aubo Cathedral. Mana kita St. Mary's Awona Cathedral. Na azu cathedral eba ka eni papa. What do you mean? Mama nwo sometime na either 2001 or 2002. Ka mama nwụrụ. Mmunye Ụkọchukwu. Mmunye Kano. Enyikwara mama na nko Ụkọchukwu. Na azu n'ụka eba. Ndebe ayo jụrụ ajụ. What do you mean by ndebe ayo jụrụ ajụ? Ndebe ayo jụrụ ajụ? Yeah? Papa alụlụ uno opposite uno ụka. Majority of field uno ụka St. Mary's wo papa anyeri ndị ụka. Because wo opposite ana papa anyeri ndị ụka. Ifeanyi melu wu na oge ayeji kala papa ụka ebulie bupute n'ime uno ụka ka ụka kacha ụka jee n'azụ uno ụka na ye papa na kpuo jekwa ozu. The same thing with nke mama. Is that not an honor? Yeah? So who will refuse? Ebe ye no keta. Nna ga nwo church we decide there to honor your father, to bury him. By the way, yeah, nna my dad wuna St. Mary's aka enilie Michael Dike. Yes. No nyozu St. Mary's aka enilie. So what do you mean by Oworo na Ifeanyi Ubah my father? I won't even consider it an honor na church decided to give him a site no no ke buy him. Or if sodoro no na na-ekwu. Yeah, makonye Jerome Udoji. Jerome Udoji mo no a state burial ka enyere mgbe akwara ya. Makonye Jerome Udoji award. Mgbe akwalu Udoji mgbe akwala Udoji onye leadiri federal government delegate to Osobrowo, the vice president then. The vice president then when you lead the federal government delegate to Osobro, Udoji, I shut down the whole corners of Osobro. Yet Udoji was buried inside the church, not minding Imakabe Udoji. Eh? Ebatabu Udoji. If ebe mwaye osku Udoji. Eh? The first time when Janyam Naba were for school Udoji umbe Bulgaria bia flag campaign in Onisha. Na all na Kelava uno kan de Catholic adu no Onisha. Basilica Kogono. Eh? Basilica. Onye na President Bulgaria no CPC. No na the same moto, no na the same escalade. Kahano kasi welitu. That is to show you the level when I operate. Yet any the papa no no. And I said no wolo na Ifeanyi Ubah ma. Oluna na to soga. Ifeanyi Ubah is not Ukochukwu. Ezugo then pray for that. Okay. Mana osku Jerome Udoji bishop ko. Cosmas Chuka. Shuma. Jerome Udoji Ukochukwu ko. Ngwazana nyano. We are waiting for you to answer. Ifeanyi Ubah is not Ukochukwu. So therefore, I suppose he ni enu noka. Mwejuzie Jerome Udoji Ukochukwu inubena na Jerome Udoji Ukochukwu no waya wo fada no waya mana enidie na se Michael Osobro ko no ha na eme program na ha anu ife a na-egwu no na achoso ko no na anu nko no choro enu they have to do something. You want to go dalo darinte ndoka dalo hinne dalo for people like you much eziokwu. You got to go hapuzie nu ndemu eziokwu na acho ka ha kpuchie ye ezugo kwusi godi ikwuye. Other people will not stop. That is one thing you are not understanding. I can will a lot of people who are regrouping to even start this again. No way ka isi we kwusi. You got to go. Yes, I know my church here, you know. You want to go? He requested for it, my dear. Okay. Oscar, Jerome Udoji requested for it. Father Stanley Obibiko, Ashon Kanjosa, with all due respect. How many of the things Ifeanyi Ubah requested in that cathedral can grant here? Let us be fair now. How many of the things Ifeanyi Ubah requested in that cathedral can grant here? If not, Emaloma open no or go indirectly with him, even when he is spending his hard-earned money, and they will put a conflict here and there. Everything was peaceful. Mbwanalo cathedral until Bishop Benson Okoye-Bata. When Nora, Bishop Odiri Okeke no there, did you onwelikanya na Ifeanyi Ubah si we and owuru no Odiri Okeke cannot, Bishop Odiri Okeke cannot there. Ifeanyi Ubah ye receive every acknowledgement o deserve on that church. Owuru no Nora Odiri Okeke, Bishop Odiri Okeke never onwo ke Ifeanyi Ubah gari receive every, because mgbe induction oche Ifeanyi Ubah dono na ife ederi ewu benefactor, but ife ni na akara ụka Bishop Benson Okoye did not even mention Ifeanyi Ubah anywhere. It was Bishop Odiri Okeke who broke the camel's back by coming up to take the microphone to specially appreciate. He called him my wonderful man. If I qualify about my wonderful man, Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Ubah, the man who is building this cathedral. Yes, it was him who even recognized the late senator then. If not because of him, the same thing emeri no aka emen and don't worry, one aka okwu no ka yebido we dowa. You can't eat your cake and still have it. We will never forget. go request ya mgbe ọ nọ ndụ ọnwụọ ụmụ echọkwa ọnwụọ achọkwa idina ya etu esi wee dina ya Ifeanyi Ubah kedu ife nwunye Ifeanyi Ubah specially requested ka aka alụ dị ya ụka na cathedral Ifeanyi na-ekwu ọwalụ Senator Victor Ume and the people from the burial committee approached the bishop for a special request. They even asked Biko Owulu no nwere olu ya hindi ime fa. Tell us. We are going to do it just to make sure that now granted this thing. It did not hear complete. Yes, it did not hear because they felt that Nehemiah gave too much. Nothing matters anymore. Ajo, where is the lie? Ongolo aya Bishop Oketa Oyeku na the burial committee set up for burial Ifeanyi Ubah that they did not approach him to give Ifeanyi Ubah the honor of a career mass na cathedral. They even agreed to do owuno nwere ife ha nwere ike imepu na ife na hinda ka emeye nnọrọ Oyeku na emeghe. It was a deliberate attempt. So deliberate. Now look at something that could have been done. People will not even notice it much. Maybe in the church, I just kwaka or a water go. It won't even go this far. Look at how far the bell has been. Nya akugaka uwanine genante. You gotta go. So I'm responding to I'm responding to Father. Yeah? Father that this is a deliberate attempt. Yes, this is a deliberate attempt. Emery deliberately. Ebuti yango moye boom. Mana nden neku maka achozi hangu iya. Kaimani iyo ebuha kono ebuha. Mani ibuti ikita ngwa na emery deliberately. Because tell me, even ke ebujolozu Ifeanyi Ubah na National Assembly, ebugalozu Ifeanyi Ubah, bulozu Ifeanyi Ubah, bujeri igwe na palace here, because of the level of commitment na mpota Ifeanyi Ubah puta na Nnewi, ebulozu Ifeanyi Ubah, bujeri igwe na palace here, igwe fe Ifeanyi Ubah na palace here, beri ekpele. Now ke ebulu. Okay, Udoji requested for the burial in the church. Please stop using Udoji case as an example. You can still remain on the topic only. Why will I remain on the topic only? Yeah? Why will I remain on the topic? So, Ifeanyi Ubah achọghị emeri ife ahụ nwunye and the burial committee we request ya ordinary ka akarịa mass yo edina ye ordinary ka akarịa mass na cathedral edina ye o we wuruzi ni eninu na ụka ka ya eme. So let us assume that Ifeanyi Ubah request here, so the church ya honor the right thing ka ya emeri. Okay, o make an request kwuru ka na-emuo St. Star, or Chief Louis Onwugbemnu request kwuru ka na-emuo St. Louis after his baptismal and KKS as in the Catholic. St. Louis or Hanwa request, because one thing is to request, second is for the request to be granted. For example, Ifeanyi Ubah and the burial committee requested Ifeanyi Ubah Okana Cathedral. A decline where? A decline where? Ekweho karaoke. No ka ya bia nie. Sai Chineke. Ha, agado no ke hika. Agado no ke hika. Agado no ka irinne. But we must say the truth. People will be those speculate where wasalo Ifeanyi Ubah on a mortuary. The church is sure they can do the needful. But because there is a deliberate attempt to do what they are doing. Now, Rupana dedication, Jalu actually made a video before that dedication. And The church cannot tell me Afre what happens to putting the picture of this man in a page now that particular program. You gotta go. What happens to putting the picture of this particular man in a brochure with 1 or 2 write-up? It's enough recognition since on any people are on. Father, what is bad is bad. What is evil is evil, and we have to condemn it. I may expect to be condemn here, but I'm not nimo bia inine. I am an ife donjo. I am an ife donjo. Man, the most annoying part of it is that if we are in Catholic church, but we have seen where these things have been done. Another one, I know Katakwanse, no we go to a cathedral where we Our Lady of Assumption. E gotta go. No we ke owolo na nde Catholic ahaba St. Jude Cathedral. Said that, but I was shocked to hear that the Catholic Diocese of Nsukka, or which diocese, were actually St. Patrick or St. Gonuko. So meaning that no na chokwaro. Na your name this Our Lady of Assumption, St. Patrick's. Eh? Why? Well, Abuchi Banugo, if a Juapa, I'm a sheer yono. One you want to make an effort to Mbedi and I throw you back at her face. How long do you have your poso? Why the church in Juwe feel Nambehana a combined program for this particular thing that among the people look at Apple bishops who go host to her to gallery night. Upgrade her to business class. But the wife of a man, Mary Ife, possible to almost 80%, was not reached out to. Was not reached out to. And we still did not see it as a highest level of injustice. As a higher. I had my reservations during the burial of Ifeanyi Ubah. So I visited James. Yes. James Kanondo, James Louis Okoya Anondo. I visited him. Yes. Na penthouse na Enugu can know where joy is here. Ebuba nedo. Maka man no a night. And that man no odo young. I can actually interact with him. Where joy is here. Ebuba nedo. That was when he told me exactly this story. Okuruna video I'm posted yesterday. He told me how he visited the bishop. He told me. He told me. He even went into the church to go and make a video of inside that church. That particular day. Yes, he went into the church to go and make a video so that he can sit down and actually analyze the reason battle Bishop Ujiwekuna na church emechana siri nye no design go he ka amaluke ni fe batalo na ya kamasi an imeba onwe any reason whatsoever. It was done intentionally, deliberately. Can you cry me? Yeah? Oh, go to no ordinary, no parish. You must give him the respect to deserve. Or if you need a yeah, you dodge request. But I know so many things they request here. Yeah? Okay, what of all who dodge request? The family who dodge you na hacho. Ya bia blozu na ha jeni enu no ka by force. Okwori onye nwura anwu kwuchu okwu kasha oka ndedo ndo akagaria. What of all wolo na ejeri ni enu no ka family who dodge kwuo na ya jeni ye ba. He blew her by force, saying we dodge request. So what it means is that now Ndigbo not in better position to know what is best for their loved ones. And the owner family Ifeanyi request for a certain favor. Yeah? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Go. Of course, we church with human element, which shows we are progressing. Yes, of course. That is why people like us, are the heads of confronting Matthias Nandotwe with their message of lies, aimed at bringing down the church. Yes, that is what we are doing best here on Facebook, confronting their lies, because we know whom we are as the church. Yes, mana a na-ekwuzi etu a ọ na-ewute m na ụfọdụ ya dị eme na ha aghọtaghọ ife a na-ekwu. O nwere project Ifeanyi Ubah mobilize ndị mmadụ eje lụọ n'Ọka. O mobilizere ndị Anambra Progressive, ha wee lụọ hospital na teaching hospital Nnewi, permanent site, lụọ na Ekwulọbịa, lụọ na Unizik Ọka, I think so, either Unizik Ọka or Amaku General Hospital n'Ọka, either two of them, alụlụ one ebe a. Then nke a na-alụzi na All Saint also n'Ọnịsha, nke ahụ nwere a little bit of delay. Amụọ m ife with the problem mere nke ahụ ji wee na-edile mgbe ahụ, but I don't think no si from Ebubechukwu ụzọ. Now ọdụka a na-alụcha nke Ọka ka nke Ekwulọbịa, of course, abalị ya St. Patrick's, nke Ọka kwa again ọdụkwa nke abalị ya St. Patrick's. Mana o nweziri program a na-eme n'Ọka. The VC now thought it wise that Ifeanyi Ubah, even though no honors ndụ, that Ifeanyi Ubah must be honored. His wife was invited alongside with some of his aides, and they came on behalf of Ifeanyi Ubah. They received that honorary award. Since Ifeanyi Ubah Juwenwu, he received go more than 3, 4, 5 to 6 honorary award on his behalf. Since Juwenwu, Aya has not the perfect. He might not be perfect. Who is perfect? Adam Kong. Who is perfect? Believe me, no matter how good each and every, other people will always have you in their bad book. So now I can understand why people want to use voice note to na Ifeanyi Ubah nwere okwu. Mgbe ha na-abụ nwere okwu, and even di na nwunye nwere ụdị okwu di na nwunye na-eme ha nwe akọ ife ya akọwa akọchakwa. Ụfọdụ nwere ike ịkọcha ife a birigwa ọhazi nwoke kwugharị ọnụ ije chetara ife okwu maka nwunye. Even likewise friends, onwe friends na-eme ha so okwu ha akọ ọnụ dirty, they will even fight dirty outside. Ha nọchakwa ọgụ niile a ha dozikwa ijekwa ka ije weta ife eji anga wee kwu. Every single thing Ebube Ada-Edo kwuru na that voice note, o kwugharị gay by telling you na mụ na yo nene Ifeanyi Ubah n'eziokwu na Ifeanyi Ubah do stubborn na ọha anụ, but na inene na ebe Ifeanyi Ubah si wee do good karịrị ebe o si wee do bad. O kwugharị gay ọnụ ka eji wee ka ụwa, and ọnụ ka ejikwa dozi, ọnụ ka eji edozi, ọnụ ka eji emebi. Ọ wụrụ na oji ọnụ wee kwughee mgbe a, o werukwa n'ọnụ kwugharịkwa again. Ọ sịrị ego na mụ na gị ụma na Ifeanyi Ubah nwere ike asị na ọ emeta ebe a ma ọ na emeta ebe a, mana inene percentage ebe o metara ya na ọ karịrị akarị, o kwugharịkwa na. Yes, of course, ife niile o kwuru mgbe ahụ o kwuru out of anger. Anyị nwa nọ na Nnewi, ndị Nnewi, ma mgbe James na Ifeanyi Ubah nwee problem, we all know. Likewise mgbe Kosharis na Ifeanyi Ubah nwee problem, we all know. A grant ya Ifeanyi Ubah interview na channels, okwukwa nke a grant ya Kosharis interview, okwukwa nke individually among their friends and people, they all said different things. And now Kosharis, even when he was counting one of his regrets, the worst mistake he made in this life, he counted Ifeanyi as one of it. But at the end of the day, they made peace. Mgbe ha jelu burial mma benchus, Kosharis wurukwa ọnụ ekwuo that everything melu, they have put it behind them, that he even asked Ifeanyi for a favor, which in Ifeanyi did that favor. You see, ewolukwa n'ọnụ kwugharịkwa ọbịalụ upon Ifeanyi anọrọzie, to still show you that na that reconciliation bariobi, he was there. Mgbe a na-emere Ifeanyi Ubah candle night or so, he was there. He read his own tribute. Oshozi Abia, because Ifeanyi anọrọzi ndụ then. He has nothing to even impress anybody, but he came there even though Ifeanyi Ubah anọrọzi ndụ. So, nwanne na nwanne nụọ ọgụ. Ife nwanne na nwanne kọrọ onwe ha n'ọnụ. Onwezie ka nwanne si n'ọkwaziri nwanne ya ọgụ. Ije weta ọnụ ha kọrọ akọ mgbe ha adọrọ na mma. Ọnọdụ ka mụ nwa enwe m younger brother. Onwe ka mụ na nwanne m nwoke si wee nụọ ọgụ. Ikekwa ya akpọ onwe anyị onye ohi. Ọkpọ m ogbu mmadụ. Anyị ekwuo na ihe egbu onwe anyị na mma egbughu na ịla ahụ n'ụlọ ata anaghị ebupụ ozu gị echi niile. Then mụ na nwanne m nọwazie nọcha dozie. Echi niile idezie chọrọ nwanne m okwu mpụta. Iche ebie ịgwa m n'ọkwa onye ikwu n'iyi egbu ka m sị na mma egbu ya asị ngụbịa gbuoro nya ka m sịrị na mma egbu nwanne m asịzi ngụbịa gbuo ya ịghọtago ka m sịrị na mma egbu nwanne m ayọrọ ngosi bịazie gbuoro nya even among father and with ụmụ ha nna ya ewe iwe onweghị ife ọya akpụfụ nwa ya nne ya ewe iwe jebe ego n'ijecha na ya afịfị ime ekwu elotofu okwu out of anger echi niile onwezi ife na-eme nwa ya ọpụta ịbịa zọ nwa ya ichetabara ya ọkwa nwa isi nya jee na ọya afụsi anya ọkwa nwa ikwuru n'ihi egbu ma ọwụ ọkwa nwa ịgwara nke ọkwa nwa ịgwara nka o make sense. So sometimes let us stop some of this pettiness. Ije wota voice note and this lady a na-akpọ Donarita ka ọgụnụ do too petty for my liking to even go and play that voice note to hear say people share it for what? Yeah, father, no problem. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will do so. You want to go? So, it doesn't make sense. If I will esemoku do between one day and one day, that does not mean na one day fuzi ebe enwere injustice against one day. No, okuzi okwu echetari ife okwu maka one day. Kere onye ya na one day ya ha no. Fọdụ n'ime anyị enwebo ife anyị akọbụ ụmụnne anyị. Ọbịa onisi ikwuo ncha ayekwu na ọbịa onisi ikwuo ikwucha ya emechakwa egbuo n'iwe enye maka isi ịghọtago ụbọchị nke nwanne enyi ya na that is exactly Jaru na Ifeanyi Ubah bịara a long way. James na Ifeanyi Ubah bịara a long way. Ya na Ifeanyi Ubah dụrụ mma for over 12 to 13 years. So iwe nwanne ayiru n'ọkpụkpụ ya na Ifeanyi Ubah atọrọ ọfụma. That is why na James ye send ego more than 50 pictures oyi different akwa ebe ya na Ifeanyi Ubah no as in 100 pictures. Onweghị ife melu be James ha Ifeanyi abịa ho. Even mgbe James celebrate birthday in office here do opposite akwudo Ifeanyi was there. Ifeanyi came there personally. So whatever thing selu ha had you fight that date ha fight, and that is why oho na Ifeanyi aye use mu position ye we oppress mo kpugharịa Jaru mo ịghọtago kpuchie Jaru mo mee ife ọna, but he could not do it because of normal how close ya na onye ado ịghọtago. In fact amụhodom ife ahụ ịfụlụ James kwuru or ife ahụ ịfụlụ ya na James melu osikike na mafu onye somebody somewhere Ifeanyi nwere ike take that thing from, but o take it from Jaru. onwe ifo merie ọ ka iwe malụ how close ya na Ifeanyi do. You want to go? So I'm trying to tell you people that voice note and then secret that voice note, they're just being mischievous. Chris Ubah na eseru nwanne enwere mgbe ha fight date na Chris Ubah sị na ọ nọ na Anambra State lụcha underground work ebe Andy Ubah esi Abuja impose only a candidate here hana bu we no ye mana je choro Krista ka ndị Ụba gbuo abacha je choro ndị Ụba ka Kristi gosi ivo ji we wuro odogwu so ọgụ ụmụnne ha yọngụ nwa outside bịa tere ha ọnụ hapụ ha ka ha nọrọba asụ ụmụnne hapụ ha ka ha nọrọba asụ ụmụnne. They are not begging you as an outsider go bịa tere ha ọnụ. James na Jalunu chaalụ dozie even though na ha na-abụ anọzi that close but ha nọchalụ dozie. So ndị niile na-secrete that voice note, you people are running away from the real matter. I believe in God just use your jalu. Oh, that in or art, Afronya as if you want to go Afronya. And at that age, Imambo James chilly night. Ima age James Mbo chilly night. James or that nakeda. Imambo chilly night. Then you will know the level of his participation in the church. Yeah? You will know the level of his participation. N'ife gbasara ụlọ ụka. James lụchara mama nsava lụcha ife niile mechakwa shie night at a very young age. So we should focus more on complain onwelu and not his personal lifestyle or the way we express. Now onye si from night of St. John or night of St. Molumba we bịa ka ọ bịa kwuo, it is good that na ha register their dispersion at the way one of their member si we conduct onwe in the public. Good, agreed. But he gawazi personally into his life by telling us his engagement with Ifeanyi. Fada Mbaka nwere mgbe nya na Bishop Enugu ma Fada Okunelere ha na Bishop pụta enwe little misunderstanding. That does not mean that na offer Bishop enanya. But that does not mean that na offer zegechi ni n'ebe na akpali Bishop na oya pụta. It is everywhere. So that is being petty. That is running away from the matter done at table. You must not love Ifeanyi Ubah for you to say the truth in this matter. You can still say the truth and still, in fact, James nwere ike kwurukwa n'ife okwuru mbụ mana sikwa na church because na mgbe ahụ ọ drop that voice note or na the church have anọhe o nwere part of that voice note ebe okwuru na no ya akwụsị ije ụka ebe ọ na church hapụrụ mmadụ dọka Ifeanyi Ubah ka ọ bịa lụwa cathedral. Church could have as well call it then and say Ebubechukwu ụzọ biko cathedral a alụzinala ahịa. In fact onwe ego etere na tell us we can balance you. But they understood then that this man is speaking out of anger based on personal grievances, which is obvious. Na ndeni na newi kiara ema mgba na James na Ifeanyi adoro mma. So the church then paid attention never James newu. So why do you think they will pay attention now that Ifeanyi is no more? Chenienu. So all ni so na ndị na-ebugharị James kwukwa maka Ifeanyi, James kwukwa maka Ifeanyi. You are just being petty. You are running away from the obvious, which is the matter. A lot of people are going from diaspora. Different people are people now boy, the tension to high. Tension to high. If this is not handled properly, people will withdraw their engagement in giving to the house of God, in supporting the ministry. People here withdraw. People here withdraw. Yes, people here withdraw. Sometimes if a openly, any appreciation openly is to encourage other people to be given. Ndeni na akila barais. Efona no nwere ike obosi Adam Duko Chief Dan Uche Nduke rice. Nje cover. O nwere ike o nwere ndeke rice after okechara. If I had you kew, maka na half ka dan duko kere, where for the level of people not outside, where for ka agus we do nobodo. Or this number ka esi ekere isi ambo. Ogembo enwe na ndama. Mana as time goes on, people na afụ if other people na-eme na amụrụ every December. Ọ na ndeke rice this Christmas ketado mmadụ 100. Ifụ na December na Christmas ya na-abịa ayelu 150. So if eji eme ụmụ ife ahụ eme ka people nweta the message properly is so that it will encourage more people to join the queue. Oge ifuru ebe a na-eke rice fụsọ ndị nne nwaanyị fụsọ ụmụ agbọghọ fụsọ ndị ọlụsị inwe ego ahụ na akpa ya asị mba n'ofe onye anyị alụ nwa ọrụ nna gị ịchọghị nụọ ọkwa dise nwe ka ihe ji wee fụ ebe mmadụ lụwara ọrụ n'ụlọ ụka alụcha ọrụ n'ụlọ ụka chọọchị ọnọ ihe weda n'ọnụ ndụ ọnọ ndụ esi mba ọdago ka esi eme n'ụwa ka esi eme n'eluigwe. Ana m ekwu echi niile, ana m ekwukwe wee ruo echi ka esi eme n'ụwa ka esi eme n'eluigwe. Nwụọ nke a na-eme n'eluigwe ọkwa anyị na-eche the judgment day. Enweghị judgment n'ụwa ebe a, ọkwa anyị na-eche the judgment day mana enwe judgment n'ụwa. Ikpe ebido n'ụwa ebe a wee gaba ọzọ onye amara ikpe n'ozuru ohi wee gbuo ya tụrụ ikede n'ụdọ gbaa ya egwu olukwa n'eluigwe ekpede anaghị ikpe n'ụwa bifo wee jije kpee n'eluigwe. So ka esi eme n'ụwa ka esi eme n'eluigwe. So let us understand that na-emejọrọ ebube Chukwu ụzọ anaghị eme something wee dozie ya. Church nwere ike show a particular project, ịghọtago, either seminary school, establishment owned by the church like a CatCom, clinic, hospital, school, ịghọtago, anything, ịghọtago, name oye after Patrick, not Ifeanyi. St. Patrick this, St. Patrick this, Acho Fife, name oye after St. Patrick. Every single thing they say to Ada go to go. Let us assume that it's not a mistake. When we start going deeper into so many things that people now allege, not now the reason, but you see a lot of people are saying too many things against the bishop. Now, intentionally, we are not discussing that. Because when we start discussing that, Odoko Bishop is the but a lot of people now allege so many things. And they each run a media. It just shock you start airing all those things as alleged. That is what is important. Facebook. If I want to say something about you, I may not call your name yet. You just charm me. Use innuendos. We learned it from Michael Zekumi. A lot of people now allege so many things. We can say it out of media without mentioning Afanora. Yet people in Weta know this now. But we are assuming that not a misconception. Let it be corrected. So, isiokwu m ụwụ na anyị amaka anyị si wee mee ka e wee dozie ife emebiri emebi maka ọgwụkwọ maka emejọrọ adọrọ fair to that widow ịghọtago adọrọ fair to that widow eje inside be Ifeanyi Ubah today ịghọtago I went to that side I just say ka njekwa be nje negharịkwa anya a lot of people I even went to Obi ụmụnne I went to Obi ụmụnne today ịghọtago I went there opinion ọdọrọ mma o people did not get that. People receive that too well. Even though that so many core Catholic faithfuls, or every only now a Catholic who a core Catholic, but only people who may not, due to their Catholic faith, they may not speak out. But a lot of people behind are registering their displeasure. The people are like here. So now people like Reman and Nato. A lot of people are like here. People now on the phone. A lot of people are like here. So many people are like here. Yes. Even some people who are not talking. But if I like it, they cannot say anything. But if I like it, for the while, the thing too obvious. Now, Kelonye blame Nina and Ejel. Ogwo Nora. So, I think I will happy about today. I don't believe about that. What I go over star Mala.